United Nations is an intergovernmental organization. To put it in easy words, let's take an example. You are living in India. I hope you all are Indian residents. So when you are in India, there are some conflicts going on in the country. So where do you go? The Supreme Court, the High Court, or the local courts, right? But what if many countries are facing a conflict and they want to solve the issue? Where will they go? Anybody wants to answer, or may I break the suspense?
The UN.
The UN. In an MUN, we have these committees. We'll go one by one and you will understand what these committees are responsible for. General Assembly first. So this is a committee of the UN which is of a great importance and has nearly all the countries, and it is the UNGA which chooses the member of UNSC as well. So World Health Organization, just go by the name of it, World Health Organization. Health recently, or not too much recently, 2 years back or so, the COVID pandemic struck. So you must have heard WHO a lot. So it is responsible for curbing the pandemics, that is making sure that people around the world are safe. They are not hit by the pandemics real bad. Influenza came in, so they're not affected by the virus and stuff. So the World Health Organization basically makes sure that people around the world are healthy. Nation Security Council. As you can see in the name, security refers to military. It can be job security as well, but this is basically related to armed forces, military, and peace. So we have the United Nations Human Rights Council. Again, go to this word, human rights. This committee revolves around the human rights and also the problems people face. So let's go to the press. International press is basically responsible for journalism, asking the questions from different countries in different committees, and it basically creates the report. So first of all, know what your agenda means. Once you're clear with that, you will be able to type down the search terms in Google. For example, the first one was about the climate change, right? So if you know what climate change is, it revolves around global warming, and because of different pollutants and polluting gases, the environment is getting heated up. So if you know this much as well, you will be able to research on Google, yes, climate change, bad impacts, and then you can either make your own solutions or search for some solutions online. The second thing is, and this doesn't mean you only need to know about your country, like the part which is related to the agenda. You need to know everything about your country. The type of democratic system, if there is a democratic system, or who is the leader there, the president, vice president, etc., etc. You should note down the names. Of course, you cannot remember them all. So keep a Word document or a notepad ready with you with all the details.
If you have any question, you can ask.
Good evening, ma'am. Actually, I want to ask that, as you said before, we have to know about the other countries also. What main things we can research about the other countries?
Regarding the agenda, okay? Like if you are from UNGA, let's suppose you are from UNGA and you all are discussing about the climate change. So what you have to search about is that the country you are referring to, what is their stand on climate change? Okay. What are the plans they are following? What are the present situation of that country on that topic? And what are the future plans? Their action regarding climate change? What technique they are using in their country? What plans they are following? Okay, just as you know that in India, for some time we were following even an odd system in Delhi. Okay, so like that, other countries may be following some other plans in in their country. Okay, so you can have a little bit idea about what the other country is doing regarding the agenda.
Ma'am, what I wanted to ask another question is that is it expected from us that we group with other nations and make a press release, or is that not included this time?
Good evening, Ish. Honestly speaking, that's a good question. It depends on your executive board people. For example, some executive board members let you give in a working paper because that's suitable for a beginners committee. The others ask for individual press releases that are really short and precise. The third one is a draft resolution, and it's a really formal document, and in that you're supposed to submit a unilateral document, if that's what we call it. Unilateral, I guess so, yes. What basically I'm trying to say is the whole committee gives one document in the case of a draft resolution. So that depends on your executive board member, but the best and the suggested way is the working paper. So you can have multiple working papers, but if you have beginners, go with only one working paper. Papers in which you are supposed to tell the position of your country, the stance of your country, and what it basically wants from the whole agenda, and yes, what will it do to make sure that the solutions are implemented can also be included. But yeah, that's a secondary thing. As any answer or any article or content piece you write has these three things: introduction, content, and conclusion. Position papers also have this. MUNs you do now will help you and add in your resume. The second thing is that you'll have to go through a graduate program of whatever choice, or if you do choose humanities, then there are many options under it. For example, Pol Science Honors, History Honors, or BA Humanities. So go with a better one which is more in line with what the UN wants. So it will also add up to your chance of becoming a UN ambassador. There is also a foreign officer exam, and there are eligibility criteria for that which you can check online, and you can, if you want to do so, you can do so in the future and also work towards it. But yes, work well for the MUN first, and then you can also become a UN ambassador.